He was not the first Perseus, just as I will not be the last.
Hey, welcome back lads. So we have an interesting Easter egg that has been discovered here in the Modern Warfare 2 raid, and the reason why this one is such a big deal is because it goes back and links directly into the Black Ops storyline and the return of the Perseus Group, the group of bad guys. So yeah, let's take a deeper look into it. So essentially what the Easter egg actually is that in the new raid episode you can stumble across this flag or banner that belongs to Perseus as their logo on it, and of course we already know that the Black Ops and Modern Warfare stories are interconnected, but this is the first time that Perseus has appeared in Modern Warfare 2, and it's the first time we've seen them since they took over Rebirth Island in Warzone, and that was during the modern era. So yeah, Perseus is around and active at the time, but the question is this a simple reference, or are they teasing and building up to something much bigger? Perhaps the Modern Warfare villains like Al-Assad and Makarov are going to be part of Perseus, or maybe have been all along. Well, maybe we'll find out in Season 3, but it could also be explained that the Modern Warfare 2 raid is called Atomgrad, which is literally the name used for a Soviet-era nuclear missile facility, so that is where the raid takes place. It just makes sense to see Perseus stuff and Soviet stuff from the Cold War era in that location, but then again, it's just like, we know that they were active at Rebirth Island and took over Rebirth Island in the modern era, and it just makes sense now that the Modern Warfare storyline and Black Ops storyline are connected. There's the same universe and everything. It makes sense to have this kind of universal enemy, especially because all the COD villains like Perseus, Makarov from Modern Warfare, and Menendez from Black Ops 2, they all have the same motivation, like this same anti-American, anti-Western philosophy, right? The bad guys are always the bad guys because they want to bring war and destruction to America. They hate America, and as I said, the main villain from the original Modern Warfare games is Vladimir Makarov, and he has now been set up to return and be the bad guy here in the new series, like the main final bad guy, and it just makes sense for him to be the new leader of Perseus, or that his actions are inspired by the history of Perseus, because it's the same motivation, it's the same kind of story. That is kind of explained to us at the end of the Cold War era of Warzone in the cutscene. They say that like Stitch tells us that Perseus will live on in the future because it's not just one person, it's not just him. So I have no doubt that Perseus will return and be the main bad guy in the next Black Ops game, which is COD 2024, but here in the next couple of years with Modern Warfare 2 and COD 2023 and Warzone, I wonder if it's just going to be something that exists in the background, like it is now, just a bit of an Easter egg, or if it is going to become a bigger deal and a bigger interconnected thing. I guess we'll have to just wait and find out, you know, time will tell, but that is about all there is to it. But I have some like cutscenes and stuff to explain Perseus and their motivation and stuff, so I'll leave you off with that. So stay spicy, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Tell me where Perseus is. You never understood. Perseus was never one man. It's an ideal. Bigger than any of us. He was not the first Perseus, just as I will not be the last. You're coming with me. Finish what you started on Rebirth Island. My broadcast was complete. I have changed the world, Adler. In ways you can't even imagine.
Chatter is Perseus is about to make another move. We don't know where or when, but we know it'll be big.
Our motherland is led by cowards and weaklings. In time, the Americans and their NATO puppets will bring the Soviet Union to its knees. We will break this stalemate, then burn them both to the ground.